This is Trinidad. We don't play. We take care of our own.
Tonight on DC News Now, multiple people stabbed, including a person trying to stop the attacker, leaving police to figure out how this happened.
The biggest one-day drop on Wall Street since the start of the COVID pandemic, just a day after the president announces new tariffs.
We're not seeing it now, but ultimately it's going to happen.
The expectations among economists and local business owners for rising prices.
We're tracking showers and a few storms as we head into the night. We'll let you know if there could be any additional rain on Friday.
You know, he is the heart and soul of Washington Capitals hockey right now.
Alex Ovechkin now on the verge of greatness. The excitement as we count down to just 3 goals needed to break the NHL all-time scoring record.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Developing tonight at 6 people stabbed in Northeast DC. Thanks for joining us at DC News Now. I'm Susan Tran.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. It happened in the Trinidad neighborhood. The police said the stabbing took place a little before 3:30 this afternoon at the intersection of Montello Avenue and Meigs Place. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg is live for us tonight at the 5th District Police Station.
And Daniel, how were they able to arrest the suspect so quickly?
Susan and Chris, police were on scene in less than a minute after that 911 call was placed to them. But of course, the damage was already done. They found him there on Montello Avenue. Now, we can tell you that Police Chief Pamela Smith called this seemingly random stabbing spree senseless. And she said that the man had some sort of altered mental state. They weren't sure what substance he was on. Now, Police Chief Pamela Smith says he started stabbing himself and then he stabbed a female acquaintance that he was with before stabbing 3 women on Meigs Place. One of them, a grandmother in her 70s, protecting her granddaughters as they were getting into a car. Her walker left on the street. 2 Good Samaritans tried to intervene and were stabbed themselves. The suspect was arrested by police and a knife was recovered just a few feet away, believed to be what he used in the stabbing spree. The ANC commissioner for the neighborhood said they don't recognize the suspect.
No explanation. There's no justification. This was a random act of violence, and we shouldn't be seeing this at any point in time.
We want to make sure that individuals who are suffering from any type of substance abuse or any altered state of mind, we want to make sure that they get the appropriate support and help.
And again, those 6 victims are expected to be okay after being taken to the hospital and treated for those stab wounds. The suspect, last we were told at around 5:30 this afternoon, was in surgery. We're live in Northeast. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All new tonight, U.S. companies losing trillions of dollars in value following President Trump's announcement of sweeping tariffs on imports from all around the world.
In fact, the financial markets closed with their biggest one-day drop since the pandemic. Major companies like airlines are seeing huge losses. United saw shares plummet more than 15%. American and Delta stocks, they dropped about 10%.
And another hard-hit industry, clothing manufacturers. Maryland-based Under Armour dropping nearly 19%. Others like Ralph Lauren, Nike, and Levi Strauss all losing value in the double digits.
Also struggling online and big box stores. Kohl's shares, they dropped a staggering almost 23%. Best Buy, Dollar Tree, they dropped 18 and 13% respectively. We could go on and on about the tech industry, banks, restaurants, and major car makers. Many economists are really just bracing for short-term impacts. We're talking about food increases.
Yeah, as well as long-term consequences. Costly cars, clothing, appliances, even coffee. DC News Now's Ben Dennis walks us through the concerns from local businesses.
All eyes are on dollar signs from Wall Street to Main Street. Think anything imported into the United States, those costs could creep up, from food to even the price of brand new vehicles from out of the States and the cost to repair them. It's business as usual at First Choice Collision in North Bethesda. Bumpers fixed and paint primed for repair. But shop owner of 15 years, Norberto Carmona, predicts shops like his will have no choice but to raise prices as tariffs trickle down.
We're not seeing it now, but ultimately it's going to happen.
A 25% tariff on cars and parts shipped into the U.S. begins to roll out. A baseline tariff of 10% on other nations soon to follow.
The bumpers, the parts, we have foreign vehicles, Toyota bumper, the price is going to go up, so we have to jack our prices up a little bit just to make that balance.
The White House claims these tariffs will drive companies to do business in the United States.
There's not going to be any pain for American-owned companies and American workers because their jobs are going to come back home.
But some small business owners who haven't seen jobs moved overseas see it differently.
We're looking at a huge increase in costs that we will have to figure out how to absorb as a business.
So, what costs might rise sooner than later?
Right, so if you know you're going to need those summer sandals for your 4-year-old, maybe go out and try to buy them now. You'll see things like food products, your avocados, your bananas, tomatoes. You're going to see those have a price increase soon.
Back at the body shop, Carmona advises drivers to shop around before dropping off the car.
We do our best to give you the best price possible, considering what we're going through right now.
And you may be wondering about insurance premiums. The Insurance Information Institute tells me they have been in touch with insurance companies saying that premiums could rise by the end of this year. However, when it comes to your current policy, those rates are not likely to change until they're up for renewal. In Bethesda, Ben Dennis, DC News Now.
We have continuing coverage on President Trump's global tariffs, both here on air and online at DCNewsNow.com. There you can find live updates on how these new import taxes will impact your budget. Just go to the U.S. and World News tab right there on our website. All right, let's get a first check on the forecast. Meteorologist David Matson in for the chief, Janessa, tonight. A live look at our friends over in, you can see the U.S. Air Force Memorial there, taking live look at our friends in Arlington tonight.
That's right. Every time I could see the memorial, I know at least it's a pretty clear night. Meteorologist Damon Matson joining us, and we were looking out for some possible thunderstorms, but we're in the clear now.
Yes, we're looking a lot better, and I'd venture to say we're not going to be getting too noisy out there tonight, folks. It looks like the environment just is not coming together for those storms to develop, which is good news for us. We definitely don't want to see the thunderstorms. We just could use a little bit of rainfall, which is what we have. A couple of isolated showers, very light, by the way, crossing I-81, moving on toward the district where just some light rain came down outside the Beltway in Fairfax County and then up toward Germantown and Montgomery County. A little bit of that rainfall trying to move in. And again, we are on the tail end of the bulk of the activity that's happening back across Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas from this powerful storm system. They're still dealing with a lot of heavy rainfall, a few thunderstorms left, but even down to our south and west, the severe thunderstorms that were out there earlier in the evening, those have also dissipated in the more favorable environment down toward Kentucky and Tennessee. So that is a good sign for us even upstream. So we don't have too much to worry about, but it won't be totally dry through the night. We are expecting to see some of those showers to our west rolling in. And as we head into the start of your Friday morning, you certainly still want to have the umbrellas. Scattered showers will be on tap. Now, will we get any dry time before we head into the start of the weekend? We'll have that answer in your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, we'll see you then. All new tonight, smoke on United Airlines plane forced it to divert to Dulles today. It was flying from Key West, Florida to Newark, New Jersey. United says smoke was coming from an oven on that plane, and they landed to investigate. The 98 passengers were all put on a new plane tonight to continue their trip to Newark.
Also new tonight, a D.C. man arrested for repeatedly making violent threats against the former FBI director Christopher Wray. The court documents showing that Robert Cooper called an FBI center back in December to report then Director Wray's life was in danger, saying hundreds of agents wanted Wray dead and that he himself wanted to kill Wray. Cooper also saying that he had no guns but planned on using his hands as weapons. The 68-year-old also threatened a D.C. officer. He now faces multiple federal charges. An update tonight on vandalism to Teslas all across the district. Police say a man and woman have turned themselves in for writing political messages on these cars. Justin and Emily Fisher are accused of defacing 6 Teslas with political hate speech. Writing on the windshield of one, as you can see right here, "Go Doge, I support Musk killing the Department of Education." The two are facing multiple charges of defacing property.
Meanwhile, a fundraiser to support victims of January's mid-air collision has raised $1.3 million. Monumental Sports' Legacy on Ice event, this is it, was held March 3rd at Capital One Arena. Many of the victims on that flight, they were young figure skaters and their family members. That money will be used to support families, loved ones, and also first responders who were affected by the tragedy. You can continue to donate until the end of the month. Meanwhile, Washington Capitals star Alex Ovechkin just 3 goals away from breaking the NHL's all-time scoring record.
He made goal number 892 last night against the Carolina Hurricanes. DC News Now's Tiger Munn joining us live outside of Capital One Arena.
Can't wait for that. Tiger, the Caps home tomorrow night. And, you know, there's already a ton of excitement building.
Yeah, you can just feel the excitement even outside the stadium right now. Now, the Wizards are currently playing, but the attention's really on the Washington Capitals. And who's that attention specifically on? Alex Ovechkin. The entire world, the entire sports and hockey world is paying attention to Ovechkin because, like you mentioned, he is just 3 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time NHL goal record. Of course, the fans are excited about this. Why wouldn't they be? The Great 8 has been a mainstay for the Capitals for years and years on end, and some even think that tomorrow against the Blackhawks, he could even break the record by getting a hat trick, just something Ovi usually does with his theatrics. But overall, regardless, these fans are ecstatic for the Great 8.
It's all about numbers for the Capitals this year. They sit number 1 in the Metropolitan Division, they have 7 games left on the season, and Alex Ovechkin is just 3 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time NHL goal record. A record that seemed unbreakable, now in reach for the heart of the Capitals.
He is the heart and soul of Washington Capitals hockey right now. He's a machine. He never gives up, he never stops moving forward, and hopefully the Capitals can do the same. He is the model of consistency for a player and for this franchise.
Fans across the DMV, like Ted Peters, are ecstatic for Ovi's record. And why wouldn't they be? Alex Ovechkin for over 20 years has represented the Capitals and DC hockey as a mainstay attraction. Staying with one team's incredibly rare for athletes of Ovi's caliber, and the fans notice and appreciate his loyalty.
We are extremely lucky to be able to watch him every game, every year. Edmonton, when they had Gretzky, they didn't get to enjoy the entire Gretzky. We're lucky.
And Ted says that this isn't just Caps fans, but the entire hockey world is looking at DC and looking at Ovechkin, because this isn't just some regular milestone. This is history in the making.
The entire hockey world now is fixated and focused on Ovechkin now, because this is the greatest goal scorer ever that we're watching.
Sports world is paying attention to Alex Ovechkin and this record. They take on the Blackhawks tomorrow, April 4th at 7 p.m. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Ovechkin has multiple goals over the past 3 games. Each game, 1 goal, and he also had a couple of hat tricks during the course of the year. So he's on watch. Be tuned, stay tuned. But reporting just outside Capital One Arena, I'm Tiger Munn, sending things back over to you in studio.